one. I can already tell. All right, so I think we're 185 people already. Sweet. So let's see.
Jesus, 100. Wow, wasn't expecting that at all. So thank you and welcome everyone to the show.
Yeah, we usually get up there too. So I can only imagine once everyone starts seeing it on Twitter, it's gonna. Oh, see, 225. Boom. There we go. That's what's happening.
Dude, that's insane. So, guys, me and Matt would really appreciate it if you guys could share it on Twitter, get your friends to join. It's going to be a good show tonight. I'm feeling something good coming on. We'd really appreciate it if you could share it on all forms of social media. You guys get your friends in here. It'd be absolutely awesome.
Blow it up. Get your grandma on the show. Get everyone.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like, get all the grandmas in, granddads in. That'd be awesome.
We cater to all ages. This is for everybody.
Mature.
All right, so let's see. Twitter, blowing it up. Finally, some Pimp My Setup with a good Brit. Yeah, that's Kieran Dunn, good buddy of mine. Tweeting the truth. All right, let's see. So
your setup is amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait to see what your setup turns out to be in the new house. Like,
oh man, it's gonna be
insane.
I can't wait to start piecing that bad boy together.
That's the thing though. Like, you literally have so much planned. Not just like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Like, you're like, I'm gonna do this, that, and the other. Like, it's insane.
And then I've got like the server room where everything's going to be and it's all going to be organized and can't wait, man. It's going to be like my dream to get that bad boy set up.
Oh, God. And like I said earlier, the bathroom alone is like really nice. The LEDs and everything. Like,
oh yeah, it's all going to be censored. So as soon as you walk in the bathroom, all the LEDs like douche right on, you know what I mean?
That's going to be insane. Like at night, you just got to take a quick piss and all of a sudden it's just like lighting up. It's perfect.
In my house, there's no, I can't find the light switch and your eyes are like glued shut. It's like you walk in, douche, you got your LEDs on. It's like sound.
Yeah, it's like walking into heaven, just like, oh my God. Okay. Hallelujah. Right? Let's see. So people in the chat,
241 guys. That's insane.
That's pretty crazy. That's not bad at all. And
if we hit 350 guys, that would. I don't know. I'd do something special. I don't know what I'd do yet, but you guys can, I don't know, tweet me. If we hit 350 viewers, guys.
Oh man, this is.
Get sharing this stream. We're gonna have a good. If you've got any friends that are interested, right? Even remotely into setups or computers, or they've got a little setup, I'm sure they'll enjoy the show. Pretty much anyone would enjoy this show. Yeah. As we've said, grandmas and granddads, they'd be absolutely loving it.
That's the thing. Like, I really like the show because anybody can watch it, you know? It's not about the specs. It's not about what's inside of your PC. It's just about having a good time and talking about, you know,
exactly.
If it looks good, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so we're going to look at a few setups. We've got 8 setups in all today to look at.
Yep.
And give you guys some feedback and tips on how to improve your guys' setups, which is, I know you guys like the feedback.
Well, everyone likes things that are personalized, you know? So that's exactly what we're
Everyone's
doing.
got their personal taste, and obviously you guys might not agree with 100% with some of the things that me and Matt might give you guys as feedback on your guys' setups. But you've got to understand, you guys are submitting your setups for us to take a look at. We're going to give you some creative feedback. In no way are we, a term would be sort of ripping into you. You know what I mean?
We'll see.
We want to give you guys creative feedbacks. We want to make your guys' setups better, more personalized for you, and more productive. It's all about, you have a setup to be productive. You want to play games, you want to do some work. You need the setup to just you want to sit there and just absolutely love every second you're sat at your setup. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's true, because, you know, you might not love LEDs, you may love LEDs. As long as you could sit in front of your desk and you know, be at the absolute best in terms of productivity and things like that. That's all that matters. So
it's so true. It's so true. Yeah.
That's what we're going to cover today. All right. So quickly, before we start the show, I just want to make an announcement to everyone that there's going to be some big changes coming soon to Pimp My Setup. Some jaw-dropping ones. It's going to change your life. No, not really that.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's going to be a good change, to say the least. We're at 271, dude. That's insane. That's 273. Whoa. Oh,
that'd be insane.
Just keep looking at it. It just keeps jumping up.
Hey guys, it'd be awesome as well. All of you guys watching, all 273 of you, everyone smack that like button on the stream. Yeah. Right? Let's see if we can get this video over 100 likes. Before it's even like live right now, let's see if we can get that thing over 100 likes. Every one of you smash the like button right now. As I said, share it with your friends as well. That'd be absolutely awesome. I'll do something for you guys if you guys share it with a few friends.
See, that's the thing. You know, with the amount of people that are here, we have to be able to break 100. like it's nothing. It should
easy.
be easy. Yeah.
The thing is with a YouTube video, the first thing everyone does, like if they're a supporter of a YouTube video, you upload a video, they like it. But with a live stream, it's different, isn't it? People click and they full screen it and they forget about the like bar. But still, the like bar is absolutely awesome because it boosts the stream up, and it's just, it just looks cool if that bar's blue. You know what I mean?
Just destroy it. Just click that button. Do it. Let me see here. Double check this. Okay. All right. So before we start, does anybody have any questions or anything like that for Alex? We'll do.
If you've got any questions, you can either tweet me or Matt. My Twitter is @MarsBarGaming. Probably a lot of you already know. I'll whack it in the chat right now. It'll probably get pushed up really quickly, but I'll whack it.
It's also right below you. It says your name and then it has your Twitter.
No way.
Yeah.
No way, man.
Magic, man. Magic.
Okay, I'm not even going to type it in the chat, guys. Get in the description right now and tweet us. And I'll answer a few cheeky little questions. A lot of people are liking this video. A lot of people. I'm getting the Twitter notifications. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
That's the good part about it. Yeah, I like that. If I tag you in the YouTube title, you're also getting @mentioned.
Exactly.
It's cool. Let's see. All right.
Oh, I've got a cheeky question here. Just saw the animal skull behind you. Is that going to be above your new desk? That was from James or Rubber Ducky 9989. Yes, this bad boy right here is what I was talking about in my most recent video.
Oh man.
That is going above the triple monitor setup. So the triple monitor setup is going to be wall mounted. So there's going to be no stands. The screens will look like they're floating, if you get what I mean. And then above that on the wall, that skull will be lit up. And as you can see, I bought an LED strip to put behind it. So it will actually the skull will light up. It's like hand carved. So you guys can probably see, if you've got it full screen, that you can actually see through the skull because it's got like a custom design that's been hand carved on it. So that's going to be up on the wall mounted above my desk. And it's, I just think it just looks powerful. That's why I like it. I love the sense of power, and I think it just looks the bomb.
Well, so, what I like is in your video, you're like, I don't even know what kind of animal it is. It's just it looks cool. So I'm gonna get it.
That's it, man. To be fair, I think it's a buffalo. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it's a buffalo. But I don't. As you say, I don't really know.
It's close enough. You're good. Wow. All right, we're over 200 likes. So that happened.
Jesus Christ, you guys went ham on that. Woo!
Yes, that means almost everybody watching hit the like button. So they did it. You told them to do it and they did it. So there you go. All right. So I guess if you get one more question, you answer that and then we'll get started.
One more question. Well, I'm going to go with this one from Zach. Or it's Astro A. And it's a good question because it goes along with the show quite well. And he says, @MarsBarGaming, how long have you been into gaming and setups in general? To be fair, I think this can go back till about 2011. 2011 was when I started my YouTube channel, and at the time, the reason I started my YouTube channel was because I saw a lot of game commentators, and that was what I really wanted to do, start YouTube gaming, commentating and things. But obviously you needed equipment to do that, and I saw people doing these setup videos, and I was like, man, I wish I would love it if I had a setup like that. So I started saving up, I started working, got myself a job, bought myself loads of equipment, and then I made a setup video which then blew up, and it's got like over, I think it's got 1.5 million views, all my setup videos put together right now, which is just insane. The support, the setup videos pretty much kicked off my entire YouTube career, so I thank every single one of you that clicked on that setup video. But as you guys know, I like a nice simple setup, I like it to be productive, and I like to be able to get my stuff done fast. Yes. So yeah, I've been into it since probably 2011, which is, I'm not going to do the math, but it's a long time ago.
See, I love looking at my Twitter feed because a lot of, I guess a lot of like UK people, they're like watching a cheeky bit of Mars Bar Gaming and Matt Shore. Like that's something I don't hear a lot.
It's a cheeky bit.
Yeah, that I don't hear that too often. To be quite honest, I don't even know what the hell that means, but that's okay.
It's the thing. I don't know. I think more English people do it. You probably, I don't know if they have Nando's over where you are. Do you know what Nando's is?
No.
It's kind of like it's a restaurant chain here in England, and they specialize in like spicy chicken.
Okay. And
like it sort of blew up because loads of you've heard of Ed Sheeran?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He like put loads of he always tweets about Nando's, and he always goes to Nando's and tweets about it. So loads of people, all these teenagers, love Nando's, right? And there was this thing I don't quite know how I developed, but everyone says, "Oh, let's go for a cheeky Nando's." It's always it's a bit of cheeky Nando's. It's always a cheeky one. It's not just a Nando's; it's a cheeky Nando's.
It's so weird.
I don't really know how a food chain could be cheeky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how anything could be cheeky unless you have big fat cheeks. You know, like I don't get it.
Oh no.
All right. So you ready to do the show?
Yeah. I'm ready for this, man. I'm ready. Let's just do this thing, man.
All right. So, oh yeah, you have your whole intro thing on
Yeah.
lock. So here we go. Let me clear my throat here. All right, here we go. On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
Now, boys and girls. That's my intro done for today.
Yeah, you had to see he was actually getting that prepped right before the show, figuring it out, make sure it was going to work good. That was really good, though. That was no one has ever done it like that, so props for that.
I wanted to come in with a bang.
All right, so now that's one cut, and now we this is the whole one take right here from the intro to the rest of the show.
Yeah,
so
no worries.
So here we go. Actually, real quick, I want to wait and see what people say about your intro in the chat.
Yeah,
wait for that delay.
Guys, tweet me. How was I? How did I perform on my intro?
Is that the
Lewis
most
Original,
creative?
loving the cheeky Nando's hype. A bit of lovely cheeky chicken.
Oh my god.
People are saying I'm high.
Let's see. Come on, chat. The delay. Oh, over 300 people watching. That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing, you're going to see when we do the show in the chat, a lot of people are going to say, gun, there's a gun. And the reason why they say that is because one episode, someone had a gun mug in their room and they thought it was the funniest thing ever. So they pretend that there's a gun in every setup, which makes no sense.
You know what? Just for a laugh, give me about 30 seconds. No, not even that. Give me 5 seconds.
Okay. He's going to pull out a gun. I'm not the smartest person, but that's probably what he's going to do. So...
You got a gun, guys. This is a gun.
There you go. That's just bring it out, have a good time.
Yeah, I don't really know how to put this now, but I'll stick it there. There's your gun.
See, someone just said that was an Illuminati intro that you did.
It was an Illuminati intro, yeah. I'm digging the Illuminati.
Someone said that was a cheeky intro.
Yeah, it was a cheeky little intro, that.
Oh, man. See, look at the comments. Everyone's saying gun.
Gun, yeah. Gun.
Oh, great.
Gun.
All right, let's see. Now we have to wait another second for everyone to react to your gun. I want to see what everyone said about that.
This is the thing with YouTube. I'm not digging the delay, man. I know. They need to sort this thing out.
That's why I'm trying to figure out what I should start streaming on. Like, I don't know how bad the delay is on Twitch.
Twitch is 7 seconds.
7 seconds?
Yeah.
Really? Huh. I might have to start.
I would definitely recommend that as a streaming platform because there's a gaming community on there as well, and obviously gaming is all about having a good setup, and I think it would really hit home as well.
Yeah. The only thing that I don't like about doing it on Twitch is people know when I'm going live that are subscribed to me because it shows up in their sub feeds.
Yeah.
So I would have to make a video every single time I go live and then delete it afterwards. So.
Yeah.
But it's worth a shot. Maybe I'll do that next stream.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. You build up sort of a subscriber base on YouTube, and you've got all the people that are absolutely pumped for Pimp My Setup, and they're absolutely banging for the next episode. But if you do it on Twitch, everyone's then got to make an account on Twitch and subscribe on Twitch, and it's just an extra step for some people to do, isn't it? And
yeah, and people are lazy, so
exactly, that's the thing.
Yeah. So all right, people blew up in the chat about that. So here we go. 326 people watching live. That's insane. Actually,
thank you guys so much.
I'm gonna do one more refresh and see 249 thumbs up. That's awesome. That's insane. So insane. Let's do it. I'm gonna go to the double shot, which actually I'm already at. All right. God, my throat. I can't clear my damn throat. Okay.
Someone just put in the chat, we can't hear you. I'm assuming that is just his issue and not ours.
Yeah, because I am looking at the audio meter and I see green and I see it moving. So that means there's sound. And
right.
I only saw...
Right, yeah. I'm digging it. I'm digging at the sound.
Yeah, there's only 2 people that are saying there's no sound. And they're the same people that keep saying it. So they have issues. They should probably get that figured out. All right, here we go.
Restart. It always helps.
Exactly. So I'm going to do the intro and we'll go into it.
Right.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 30, recorded live on March 26, 2015. My name is Mad Philly, and you can check me out on Twitter at Mad Philly.
My name is Alex, and you can check me out on Twitter at Msg Gaming. You probably already knew that, but yeah, let's do this thing.
Yeah, boom. And quickly, before we get into it, if you guys want to get text alerts when I go live, go on over to your phone if you're in U.S. and parts of Canada. I don't know what parts, though, so don't ask me. You could you could text the keyword live to 94033, and you'll get text alerts and fun stuff like that. And that's thanks to our friends at txtsignal.com, promo code PIMP, 10 extra days added on to your trial. And also setupaddicts.com. There's over 1,500 members on that Facebook group now posting their setups and stuff like that. So make sure you go over there and join and have a good time and stuff like that. So before we get into setups, how you doing, Alex?
I'm gonna say I'm pretty fantastic right now.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely loving this. This is great. People have wanted me to do this for a long time. I've wanted to be on the show for a long time. We finally got around to doing it, and I think people are really digging it, Matt. I really do. I think people are doing it. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. See, normally my co-hosts don't ask how I'm doing, so I appreciate that.
It's all right, man. It's all right. You know?
So a lot of people will probably want to know what your setup looks like. For those of you that don't know who Alex is, which is pretty weird considering you're up there. You have a huge fan base. It's crazy. But if you guys don't know anything about Alex, or you haven't seen his latest video, his new house tour, I want to quickly explain some of the things that you're doing and where they can find that video and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. So if you don't know me, I am a YouTuber who lives in England or United Kingdom, and I make like gaming videos, entertainment videos, videos like comedy stuff, videos. I like to give guys a lot of tips about how to make your guys like lives better. I like to have an impact on people's lives, and I like to make sure everyone's like sort of okay, and I like to just make sure everyone's grounded and everyone's having a good time here on Earth. So I like to create entertaining content to entertain you guys. I like to give you guys tips and tricks on how to improve your guys' lives and obviously your setup, including this live stream. So you can check out my YouTube. It's Marsbar, MARZBAR, and you can check me out on Twitter at Marsbar Gaming. The Twitter link, I believe, is in the description of the live stream, isn't it?
Yep.
And so if you guys go over to my Twitter, you can throw me a follow on Twitter, which would be absolutely awesome. I'm really social on there, so you guys can talk to me over on Twitter after the live stream, and that will be awesome to talk one-on-one with you guys. And you can also click on my YouTube link. It's on my Twitter bio, so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and be updated for all the videos I do. But I've got a setup video on there, which has got, I've got a few setup videos, actually, all accumulating to like over a few million views, which is absolutely outstanding. They were the videos that sort of kicked off my YouTube channel as a whole. They're where my audience came from. So a lot of them are interested in setups. So I'm hoping there's a lot of you here. Big shout out to my audience if they're here.
Yeah.
And on the weekend, so 3 or 4 days ago now, I uploaded a house tour. Now I'm currently in the position of moving house. We've just bought a new house, me and my family. I'm taking it slow because I want my setup to be absolutely like on par. I want it to be cheeky, of course. Yeah, you want it to be cheeky, but I want it to be good. We've got a server room going on there, and I'm going to be giving you guys regular updates over on my YouTube channel and different things like that. And I've also got a vlog channel and a technology channel dedicated to technology, and you can find those on my main YouTube channel. You guys know how YouTube works. You look in the description of one of my videos, and all my social stuff is there. So yeah, that's me.
Boom.
That's me.
There you go. The more you know.
The more you know. Yeah.
So with that said, we're gonna hop into setups. I know a lot of you guys are excited because
take a look at these setups.
Yeah, it's fun looking at people's setups. But I want to make a quick disclaimer on this episode. There are some setups that aren't the best. Especially the pictures, they're not the best. So that's one of the big changes that are coming. That's coming up with Pimp My Setup. I'm actually going to be getting really strict with that, and we're going to change things up. So here we go. First setup is submitted by Charlie, and Charlie. Okay, this is funny because you could write whatever. You could write, "Hey, I'm X amount of years old, and I'm from this country." Blah blah blah. But Charlie just wrote, "This is pretty ghetto," and that's all he wrote. That's literally all he wrote.
Keeping it plain and simple. I like it.
Yeah, a good thing he didn't use cheeky. He just decided to use ghetto.
Ghetto, right?
Yeah. So
it's from the hood. That's I'm down with that.
So taking a look at it, what are your initial thoughts?
Initial thoughts would be, the thing is with this setup, I don't really know. I don't really know. I can't really tell what's he going for. Is he a productivity guy? Does he work on sort of Word documents and he likes to have a little bit of entertainment, watching YouTube? I think the whole setup's being powered by the laptop that's on the left hand side. Would you
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
So obviously he's not going to be playing any major game titles off the laptop, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Unless it's some sort of beastie laptop. I mean, this is going back to what you were talking about. People need to get the photos a little bit more detailed, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't really know where he's going with this setup. One thing I would say, the first thing I would say, the first looking at this setup, if I walked into that room now, I'd say, dude, your desk is messy. That's messy for me. That.
Yeah. Well,
I think.
I don't even think that it's messy. I just think it's way too small for what he's trying to do.
Well, the thing is, he's got that amount of space, and he's got to make do with the space that he has.
Exactly.
He can't go out. Obviously, he could go out and buy a new desk, but maybe he's limited to space in the room that he's in.
Funds,
yeah, exactly. So what I would say to him would be to there's a little blue table off to the side with a lamp on it. Move some of those headphones. Get those little coiled up headphones out of the way, and the little bobby pin and the wallet. Put that in a drawer. Put that in the drawer that's below it, and then move. That looks like a little iPhone dock next to the monitor. Under the monitor, the little white thing.
Yeah.
Looks like a phone dock. Move that onto the blue little desk next to the light. And then just by eliminating that bit of space there underneath the monitor, it will make the desk look a lot more simple, and it'll make it look bigger.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I think is that a stylus there next to just above the keyboard? Looks like a stylus for a.
I can't really tell. It's not really the highest quality photo.
It's either a stylus or an electric cigarette. But I'm gonna go with stylus just to keep things clean here. But yeah, obviously put that in a drawer. You can get it out when you need it. Just make the setup a lot more simple. I mean, I'm not sure if that TV above the setup is connected to his laptop. But that thing looks huge.
Oh yeah, ginormous. It takes up more than the desk. It's the desk and the drawer all in one, basically.
Exactly. So I'm assuming you might just be watching TV on that. But I think what he needs to do is I honestly don't know. It depends what he's going for. I mean, I love the way he's got the laptop set off to the side. So the thing is with me, I do a lot of work outside of the home. I go to a lot of clients' houses when I'm doing promotional videos for them, and with that I've got a MacBook here, so I take that with me to show clients work and things like that. Maybe this kid's at school and he does all his assignments on his laptop. So the major plus with this setup is he's got his sort of main home computer. He's using his laptop for his main home computer. So all of his work documents, let's say school homework or whatever he's doing, it's all in one location. It's all on that laptop. So as soon as he wants to leave the house, he can close his laptop lid, unconnect everything, and take it off his pretty little stand, and he's good to go. He's got everything with him, and it's now a portable package. So I think he's really, I think that's a really good. I think he's got something good going from there. If he likes, if he leaves the house a lot, do you get what I mean?
Yeah. I really, really like the setup. I definitely agree. The laptop is awesome because, like you said, portability. He could have the awesome, in-house sort of setup.
Big screen, like a home computer.
And then when he has to go, he's like, all right, cool, just unplug, run away, boom, you have everything you need.
Take his charger with him, and he's good as gold.
Yeah, and that's really all you need. I mean, I would agree that the right side is just insanely messy, and that's what's going to kill most of your setup because that being cluttered ruins the main part of the setup.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think if you were to get, really, I mean, the desk is nice, but for what you're trying to do, it's too small. So if you looked at just getting, honestly, at IKEA, just the tabletop that's big enough for that space, putting it right there, and that's it, you would have more than enough space. You've
got more real estate to work with on the top of the desk and spread your stuff out. You can have as much stuff as you want there, but it can be tidy because you've got more space.
Yeah, and you could even put that little drawer thing underneath the tabletop. So you could still keep that for your storage, but you would just have a brand new tabletop that's a lot longer, which is
exactly. That tabletop was black as well. It would look as if the monitor was in the middle of the desk, so it'd look a lot more symmetrical.
Yeah,
because one thing that's bugging me with that is the monitor is not symmetrical. But I know obviously the desk layout is so you've got a drawer and you've got a single chair to put under, and you want your monitor in that position. But in my eyes, I'm all about it being symmetrical. So if you got if you got rid of that blue thing and you put it under where the chair's meant to go.
Yeah.
So you've still got that drawer space if you want it, and then you could get another black tabletop that's the same height as your table at the moment, as you said from IKEA, Matt.
Yeah.
And then everything would look central. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. And for me, like, my main problem with this setup has to be, like, I don't know, the chair just looks, It looks like a cheap knockoff of like an actual racing chair, like DX Racer, GT Omega, something. Yeah, so, yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting in a Need for Seat one. I like that. I think that the walls, the color of the walls is also weird, but you kind of keep that color going in with whatever's on top of that storage bin. But and if you really want to get crazy, you could get wire molds for the TV so that you could paint it the same color as the wall, so you could hide those wires.
Yes,
do something
cable
like
trunking would be quite nice for that, and then you could, as you said, paint it like blue or you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
have that a little bit more concealed. I mean, he's got cable ties around it, so he's going a little bit of the way. He's
he's 50%. Yeah, he's 50% there, almost there. But yeah, so overall, I think that the setup it's nice. It just needs a lot of big changes to take it to the next level. And with that said, let's move on to the next setup, because this one I want to see what you had to say about it. This is submitted by Shane, and Shane is 15 years old, and he said he's just an average user, nothing too crazy. Whoa, words are hard. Nothing too crazy. He said he does a lot of media consumption, gaming, music, social networking, stuff like that. And if you guys want to read what he wrote, you can go to pimpmysetup.com/Q and read that. But taking a look, Alex, what do you think?
First off, as I mentioned in the last setup, I like symmetrical, and his desk is very symmetrical. So
Yes.
the thing is, I'm going to a little bit of background here about me, but obviously I studied media in college, and they teach you about photography. And the human eye is attracted to anything that's symmetrical. So you will instantly, if something's symmetrical on the desk, you will like it more. Like, trust me, it's just how your eyes work. So that being symmetrical, you've got your two monitors planted dead in the middle, your two satellite speakers. It looks like he's got a 2.1 system there, with his sub over to the left-hand side under the table. Everything's symmetrical. It looks good. I'm loving the keyboard and mouse choices. A little bit snazzy with the LEDs behind the back. But what's going on with that massive wire under that white wire? What's that? What's that doing?
And it's weird because, like, literally, I mean, without even spending money, you could just get Scotch tape and just tape it to the bottom of the desk. Like,
I'm assuming it's going to a plug socket, and then that one plug socket is then powering the whole setup.
Probably.
But he could go up, and then, you get what I mean? He could go up to behind the monitors, across, and then down to the computer. Like, it'd be such a simple thing to do. It's such a good symmetrical setup. It's just ruined by that massive wire that goes right into the middle.
But okay, so if you think that's a problem, what do you think about the wires coming out of the monitors?
Wires coming out of the monitors are, again, an issue. Now, it looks bad on the photo because it looks like he's used a flash or an external light that's off to the side, which would be even worse, because if it was an external light, then it's there all the time. But you've got these free floating wires, right, behind the monitor, and then that light is casting another shadow onto the wall of those wires. So it's like twice as bad. So, dude, right, you've got the monitor stand, right? Most monitors come with they look like Asus monitors. I've got 3 Asus monitors right here, and they've got cable management built into them, so you can actually connect your cables to the back of the monitor, to the stand or the neck of the monitor, if you like, and they'll be tidied away behind there. Or if not, just get a cable tie and zip them to the neck of the monitor, and it just makes it look so much more simple. It makes it look breathable. Do you know what I mean? You look under your monitors and there's no cable mess.
Yeah, it looks like magic. Like, it's
exactly.
Just
It's the thing is that people don't understand is, if you want to go for a good setup, I'd say quite a high percentage. I'm probably over exaggerating here, but I'd say 60% of having a nice setup is cable management.
That's so true. So true.
Cable management. That's the biggest tip I'd give anyone. If someone sends a setup into me and then it's not, I can see a cable, I'm like, cable management, sort it out. Just, you know what I mean? It's so simple to do. It's free as well. It's free. You don't
really
have to
is.
you don't have to buy another. Say if someone sends a setup in, they've got one monitor, and I'm like, oh, you'd probably improve your production if you had 2 monitors, because you could have your social media open, your workflow. Just improves workflow having more than one monitor. And obviously that costs, but cable management, it's free.
Yeah,
it's just free. You know what I mean? Just guys, get your cables sorted out, man. What you doing? What you playing at?
And it really makes such a difference, though. Because
it really does, man.
If you look at like an insane setup and there's crazy wires everywhere, it ruins the whole look. If you have a setup that has no wires, and even if it doesn't have the best equipment, just no wires, you're like, whoa, that's really clean. And I know it's hard to maintain, because if you want to unplug something later on, you're like, oh god, I have to redo everything. But if you just got to do it right the first time, and it will be easier later on. Overall, I think that the setup is, like you said, symmetrical. I think that really describes the setup.
It really does, yeah.
Everything about it is really nice. The one thing I find a little weird is the Keurig thing on the bin, the storage bin. That's weird. That's a coffee maker.
Yeah, I thought that. When I was looking at the pictures earlier, I was thinking to myself, is that a coffee maker or is it a paper shredder? And then I settled on coffee maker, and I was like, kudos to that, really. It's a bit of a weird place to put it.
It is.
But I'd love to enjoy a nice coffee. If I had a coffee maker, I wouldn't leave this place. This would be like my home. You know what I mean? I'd have my coffee maker. I'd have coffee coming at me 24/7. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Then you have a problem because you'd be addicted to coffee. And,
You'd be high. You'd be high on coffee.
But with that said, let's move on to the next setup. Next setup is submitted by Ian. Now, Ian, this is one of the photos that I shouldn't have accepted. I'll be honest. I do apologize. I mean, it was clear nonetheless, but the lamp just ruined the lighting. And
a little bit overexposed.
Yeah, just a little. But taking a look, he is 18. This is his setup. And if you want to read everything, you can go over to the site. But taking a look here, it's a very confusing setup. But what are your thoughts?
Right. So I'm seeing what looks to be a beast of a computer. Now, I don't know the specs of what's inside that thing, but it looks like it's a full ATX case. So it's got a beastie motherboard in there. It's got a lot of cooling going on. So it's got a big fan to the left-hand side of the case. Looks like it's going over his graphics cards. So from that, I'm guessing that he's into his games and he's got a nice big graphics card, nice big juicy graphics card in there. But following round the desk, I'm then following around the desk, and I'm seeing right, I've got no monitors here. I've got no monitors, and then I see this big corking old TV, Philips TV on the wall, and I'm like, right, kudos for your cable management, because that monitor is a fair bit away from that computer, and I can't really see any cables. So kudos for the cable management in this setup. I'm absolutely loving it.
It really is.
The only thing I would say is the cable going up to that goddamn light that's overexposing the photo. Get rid of that light, man. No, get like
it's ugly too.
Get what you need is like a desk lamp, but point it up at the wall, so like the wall's illuminated. You get what I mean?
Yeah, some ambient lighting sort of.
Yeah, so or maybe an LED strip to accent the back of the desk if that's your sort of thing. That's my thing, by the way. I just thought I'd throw that out there. I'm the LED friggin' king in here. But yeah, get rid of that light, man, because it ain't cool. But yes, back to the monitor. Where's your monitors?
Yeah,
I'm assuming that big Philips TV doesn't have a good response time.
It doesn't. The whole setup doesn't make sense because, first off, the computer just looks so out of place there. It's cool. It's an insane looking rig.
It does. Yeah,
but
kudos to him for the insane PC. I mean, it looks like it's got some big specs in there.
Yeah,
Placement of it is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, someone was saying in the chat, it's on a glass tabletop, which I mean that's a little risky for something that hefty. But also, I mean, it just doesn't make sense because he has the right speaker next to the PC going directly into his right ear. And then he has the left speaker super close to him and it's pointing kind of straight on at him. So he's not getting the right soundstage.
He's not getting the right soundstage.
Yeah,
Stereo imaging is totally thrown off there.
The TV is like offset. From what I see, it looks offset from him sitting at the keyboard. Like it's not centered to him.
No, it's going over that sort of that sort of chest of drawers. I can't speak today. Chest of drawers. What his MacBook looks like, a 13-inch MacBook is on.
Yeah, so it makes no sense.
The monitor is, not monitor, TV is halfway over that little chest of drawers and halfway over his desk. So I'm assuming he's going to be straining his neck.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm thinking from a productivity standpoint of this setup. It's hard to put a finger on it. Do you agree with me? Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't make sense.
Productivity. It's just, I'm assuming he can get a lot done with this setup. He's got a big monitor, lots of real estate. He could have his Twitter open on one side of the monitor and his Word documents or a game or whatever he's doing open on another side of the monitor. It looks like a sort of 32-inch monitor. Obviously, I can't really tell. So he's sort of, I think he's trying to kill two birds with one stone with trying to get a bigger screen and not having to buy two monitors. Do you get what I mean? Because he's got that massive real estate, so he can just use the Windows Snap feature to snap stuff to either side.
Yeah, well,
but again, I'm assuming that monitor it looks old, man. It does. I think that monitor needs an upgrade.
Yeah, well, someone said it perfect in the chat. They said, "Awesome equipment, but terrible placement." And I think that is the best description of the setup because literally, I mean, the rig alone just looks like beast and he's got everything he needs, but it's just the worst possible placement. I mean, it's literally like taking your socks and putting it over your head. Like, it makes no sense at all. So I think that setup is just really confusing. And do you have anything you want to kind of wrap it up with?
Well, I just it's I'm gonna break it down for him. Break it down. Sort out them speakers. I want good stereo imaging. So you're sat at your desk in the center of your desk. Your speakers want to be stereo. So you've got left and right. They want to be exactly pointing at your ears, so the sound goes straight into your ears. Because tweeters are very directional. So where you point them, that's where the sound will go. Right. So you want them pointing into your ears, maybe tilted up a little bit. So sort out your speakers. Get a dual monitor setup. Get that computer on the floor, possibly next to where the MacBook Pros, that thing where the MacBook Pros, the chest of drawers. Get it maybe next to there. So they're the three things that I'll tell you to improve. But I'd say definitely massive well done on the cable management. I see underneath your computer, you've got a network switch, you've got an amplifier, and you've got your network modem. There's a lot of cables involved there. And a computer, you've got your keyboard and mouse, you've got all your speakers. I can only see one cable, which is going to that stupid light. So well done to that. Well done for your cable management. I think you've done an excellent job there.
Yeah.
But just apply your knowledge of cable management to your stereo imaging of your speakers and get a couple of nice monitors to sit on that desk. And I think then once you've done all that, you'll have a really nice setup coming on.
Yeah, I really think that that's the only thing. Like, his cable management is perfect, but the layout is garbage. So
it is, yeah, correct.
So work on that, and then you can really make some big changes. So
definitely.
Now this next setup. Okay, I shouldn't have accepted this photo either. I mean, it's like, it's just like, if you're going to submit to the show, God damn it, you should know not to send a picture like this. I mean, I feel bad. That's the thing. The show is to help people pimp their setup. So that means their setup isn't supposed to be the best. We're supposed to give that feedback that tells you how to bring it to the next level. Now, looking at this, it is an absolute train wreck. It looks like a wire bomb just went off, and it just it's painful. And I mean, we have a lot to say about it, but quick background. His name is Ian, I believe. He's 15 from the UK. Actually, is that 15? Yeah, 15 from the UK. And he's one of those people that said, I bought everything except for this thing and that thing. Like, great. I'm happy you paid for it. I don't really care, though. Nonetheless, this looks like I have no words for this. So, taking a look at this, Alex, what do you think about it?
Cables, goddamn freaking cables. Now, we can't get rid of them. Wireless in the world of computing, wireless really isn't an option. It's not reliable enough. This cable's going to be everywhere. You can't get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
You just can't. So, like I've said in pretty much every setup, bar the last one, sort out your cables, right? But the thing is with this setup, I'm not just seeing cables that are going to monitors, cables that are actually in use. I'm seeing an iPhone cable tossed off to the side.
Yeah.
A load of the cables that aren't even being used. I mean, you've got one, two, three, 6 drawers there. Assuming they're not full, chuck your stuff in there, man. You got a pair of scissors on the desk. What have you been doing with them? Just put them in the drawer, man.
He's got DVDs sitting there, bro. It's 2015. Put that shit away.
Yeah, look, man. I don't even know if I've got any. I've got some CDs here, but they're in the drawer, man.
They're in the drawer at least. Yeah, there you go.
I don't have them on my table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's that. Cable management. I'm sure when he submit that setup, I'm 100% sure that he knew that was exactly what we were going to say.
Yeah.
It's just mental. I don't think I've seen one as messy.
You know what's worse about the setup? The problem is it's not just the cables. The cables are just terrible, but I mean, everything else is still confusing about it. I feel like the layout is weird. It still looks a little shifted. I mean, yeah, sure. The left monitor isn't, the same as the others. Cool. He'll fix that down the road. He's making use of what he has. I'm not going to, rip him apart for that. He's 15.
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely not.
But I feel like it's like a little shifted over. I mean, he has the pedals and the wheel and everything. He needs a good place to store that because you can't leave that there all the time.
I mean, how's he going to use that keyboard, man? It's like stretching around like that to type something.
Yeah, unless you're typing with the pedal and the wheel, going. I don't know what you're doing, but it's just, and the placement of the snowball I don't think is the best if you're covering up part of your display. It's just very confusing. So I think this is what we should do, Alex. Instead of going in depth, telling him what to do, we should just tell him to fix his cables and fix his layout to his liking. And once he does that, we'll take a look at it and we'll tell him what to do.
I think this is one that could be resubmit. I don't understand what was going through his brain when he submitted the photo. I think what I would do, man, what I would do with this, put that computer on the floor, sort out that big mesh thing that's next to the pedals, right? Fair enough. So submit a photo with the racing steering wheel and the pedals and the arcade controller or the shifter to the side.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's his thing. Maybe that's all he does. Maybe he just loves racing games, right? So then maybe that's his passion. You can leave that there, whatever. I'm not bothered about that.
Sure.
But get them monitors symmetrical. Put that computer on the floor. Tidy away that slipper. Tidy away the shoe, the mess of cables. Tidy away the scissors. Tidy away the CDs, and get everything symmetrical. Just symmetrical. I know your monitor. That's cool. Your monitors. You've got two monitors and then one weird 4:3 aspect ratio one. Doesn't matter. You can still get them symmetrical. I mean,
still a monitor. Yeah.
The steering wheel's not even off to the steering wheel's to the side of them.
It's confusing. Very confusing. So I think if you work on that, redo everything, send it over, that would make more sense. So let's just end it there so we don't, drag it on. So the next setup is submitted by Jason, and it's crazy because Jason is also 15. I feel like everybody in this episode is 15 years old. But nonetheless, he said he's been working on his cable management, which I don't believe. And yeah, he says he plans on running the wires through the wool so they won't be seen. But this is what I have to say. First off, it doesn't really look like you tried too much with your cables. I mean, I could kind of see some attempts, but nothing too crazy. Second off, for the love of God, do not put holes through your wall just to hide the wires. Like, I get it if you're doing it for a TV or something that's going to be, it's going to be like that for a long time.
Going to be high up on the TV or high up on the wall, or you know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly. Don't do it for something like this just because you're like, oh, I can't figure out how to do this. Boom, punch a hole through the wall and throw them in there. Like, no, that's probably
just going
to
create way more mess.
Yeah, don't do that. So, with this overall, it's an interesting setup, but I don't think you really tried with the cable management. Get an IKEA Signum. Get something in front of your desk. You run the cables along the different legs of the desk. You can make it work. Trust me. We saw in Ian's setup, actually, he has almost the same desk as you, and it's flawless other than the lamp wire. I mean, really flawless. So Jason, you can do it. Trust me. Put your mind to it. Come on. Don't you know some motivational speaking, Alex? Come on.
Well, you call him on the spot here, Matt. What I would say about it is his desk is black. It's easier. I'm working with a white desk here, right? Yeah. You can't see any cables. And then obviously white and black are two contrasting colours, as you can probably imagine, unless you're colourblind. His desk is black, so he could get some black cable ties and cable tie them cables to the legs of the desk. Boom.
Boom. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
No, don't go punching holes in walls, man. You're just going to make more mess.
Exactly. So, I mean, all right. So, cables aside, what are your thoughts on this setup as a whole?
Well, this dude's 15, so props to him for being 15. I didn't have a setup like that when I was 15. His computer looked like a beast. I can see a nice juicy big graphics. It's a cheeky graphics card. I'm gonna say that.
Oh god.
So he's got a nice computer. He's got some LEDs inside his computer, so he's paying attention to his accent lighting, which I do like. Maybe you could put some round the desk, shining up. Those monitors look really really nice. You've got some sort of stand going on there. One of the monitors looks like a BenQ monitor. The one to the left, which has got his stand on it. Again, like I've said before, usually monitors nowadays come with built-in cable management, so I can see the cables behind that desk. Chuck them down the back of the spine of the monitor, the neck of the monitor. That would be awesome. I mean, your monitor in the middle doesn't have a stand at all. It looks like it's supported by the other two monitors or an external stand that's attached to the wall, which I do like. I love the floating monitor look. So it would look absolutely awesome if you had a nice LED strip running around the exterior back of the desk. But just sort out those cables. And one thing I would say, dude, is you can't really see it on my desk, but we've both got a pair of Astros. Here's my Astros. Mine are wireless, right? I'm not using them now because they're a bit heavy, and I'm not gaming. But you've got a pair of Astros, right? Get a headphone stand. Please get a headphone stand. Do not put your headphones over your monitor.
I don't understand why people do that. I mean, literally, I made a video about how to display your headphones. You could get a banana holder. You can get command hooks, put it on your wall. I mean, you're willing to punch a hole through your wall. I'm sure you're willing to screw a nail in and hook it on there.
Exactly. I mean, I've got a really cool thing that you guys can get. I'm going to give my friend a shout out here, Jed Lilly. He won't be watching because he's not a setup type of guy, but he's got a pair of headphones. And I went round to his house the other day. He had a skull on his desk, just a skull sitting there. I was like, yo, dude, what's a skull for?
Oh.
And he was like, I bought it off eBay for for like £5, which is dirt nothing, like literally nothing.
Yeah.
And he sits his headphones on it, and it's awesome. It just looks cool. It's just like aestheticness. It looks cool. It's intriguing. As soon as I walked in, boom, my eyes were straight on that skull. You know what I mean? And he said that's where I put my headphones. We just been out, so he had his headphones with him. I couldn't see his headphones on the actual skull themselves, but he says that's where he stands his headphones when he's not using them.
Yeah.
So
Well,
be my guest and put a you could put a hole in the wall. But it'd be cooler if you could spend just a minimal amount of money. And I'm not talking anything really here. It's nothing.
exactly. Well, the mannequin heads, people use that too as headphone holders.
Exactly. So it's a simple thing. It's a simple
It's
thing.
up to you, yeah.
Astro included one with mine. Yours look like Astro A40s. Mine are the A50s. But Astro included a stand with mine, which is absolutely ample. So when I come back or when I finish gaming, I just stack them on the stand. They're out the way. I've got my setup here. Done.
Boom.
You know what I mean? So get those headphones moved.
Something I'm also going to be doing soon is I plan on taking a little bit more do-it-yourself with like a mannequin head about how you could actually properly like color it and things like that to make it match your setup. So that's going to be cool. That's coming soon. But that's a good idea, like the skull, things like that. I like that. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so it's just about sort of you got to be creative with it. Like I was trying to think of my friend Jed's thought pattern when he went through it. He's probably thinking where can I put my headphones? So yeah, we just had a thought, a skull. It's simple. Like I wouldn't have ever have had that thought. Like I wouldn't have ever thought to go on eBay and buy a skull.
Yeah.
To put my headphones on, you know what I mean?
Who buys a skull?
Stand.
You know
Exactly. But I thought when he did it, I thought, wow, you know what I mean? He just sort of kicked me a little bit. I was like, this guy isn't really that bothered about his setup, and here he is with a skull for his headphones, and I was just like, props to you, man. But yeah, cable management, that's cool. I love. It's not cool. You need to sort it out. But I like how you've got your computer to the side. You've got a nice windowed case. I'm digging the windowed case, so kudos for that. Looks like you got a nice chair as well. That's quite a nice chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's got an Xbox. He's got his Xbox, and he's got all his Xbox controllers all neatly organised on top of the Xbox One. He's got a white 360, which is quite cool. Looks like he's into optic gaming. He's got some optic gaming stickers on a little shelf up there. So this setup, it's symmetrical as well. It's symmetrical. So it's instantly, I'm liking it because it's symmetrical. But sort out them wires.
Seriously though, come on. And I mean, that's the thing, like this desk, everybody has it, but they're all figuring out how to use it. Like for instance, our next setup is submitted by Tanner, and Tanner is 14, so he's a little bit younger, and his desk is almost the same. It's just a different like wood top and things like that. And what do you think about his cable management?
Well done. Thank you. You've been blessed. Cable management, LEDs. I'm liking this guy so far. How old did you say this guy was?
14.
14. He's starting young. I like it. I like it. Right.
Well,
so,
you know what? That's the thing. If you have LEDs, it's going to look terrible unless your cable management is good.
Exactly.
So don't
Because
even bother buying them. Yeah.
Buying extra lighting is just like showing off that you have bad cable management.
Exactly. Yeah.
It just like illuminates the lights. Like, oh, look, let me turn my LEDs on and show you all my cables because they look so good. This guy's got a lamp, but he's turned it off for the purpose of the photo. So
kudos.
It's not overexposed, yay.
Yeah.
But setup wise, cable management, well done. I like it. He's got an Xbox and an HD PVR, which is a lot of cables involved with the PVR because it's component, which the component cables are a bugger to hide. Like, they're thick and horrible, but you've done a good job there. So cable management, I'm not going to bang on about that too much. You've done excellently. I can even see you've got like a power pack, and I can see the cable ties around the leg of the going around the power pack. Don't know what it's powering, but it's again a good thought. Cable ties. Get on eBay or go to your local hardware store. Buy a pack of 100 cable ties. It will set you back in the pence. Literally, it'll be nothing. So it's easy cable management. You've done a good job there. Same as the first setup we saw, where his setup was powered by a laptop. I'm assuming this is the same dealio here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So again, if he's obviously not doing anything too major, it looks like he's probably running Sony Vegas on the laptop or Premiere Pro. He might be making a few gameplay commentaries. With his PVR, which that laptop, that machine there looks like it would easily be able to handle what he's trying to do. So as long as he's not trying to do any hardcore gaming on that laptop, then I'm assuming that he can keep that thing. That looks cool, and as well he can take it with him when he's going portable. But I'm a little bit sort of baffled by the TV or the rather large monitor to the side with the speakers next to it. I'm assuming that's connected up to the PC or to the laptop rather.
Mm.
But it doesn't have a keyboard and mouse in front of it.
I don't. That's what I've honestly been staring, trying to figure out where everything is, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's on the keyboard. No, it's not on the keyboard tray. No,
No, it's not on the keyboard tray.
I have no idea. It's pretty confusing.
So I mean, he might be a happy chappy who's happy using his laptop's trackpad and his laptop's keyboard, and he may do all of his work on his laptop using his laptop screen. But maybe when he's watching an awesome show like Pimp My Setup, he might like to whack that on his external display and watch it as if it's like it's just a normal TV. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's watching it like a TV. Maybe he's not that bothered about working, like doing actual work on that monitor. Maybe he wants to just use that monitor to display content. Maybe he watches a lot of Netflix. I mean, I don't know his background, but so I'm not going to criticize him for not having a keyboard and mouse because maybe he doesn't need one. There's no point in having something you don't need. Maybe it doesn't work like that. Maybe he likes his laptop and he just wants the monitor there for an external display for Netflix, YouTube, or whatever he watches online.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
in
got
the
a nice
picture,
little box there with his games in. Go on.
in the picture, he's watching Pin My Setup, so he
Exactly,
he knows
exactly.
what's up. He knows.
This guy, kudos.
Yeah, exactly. What was I gonna say about this? What I like about him compared to a lot of the other people we saw so far is he has a theme more so than other people because he does have like hope, believe. He has stuff like that up.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
I'm
like to see
liking the
more,
pictures.
but yeah, he at least has something going on. I mean, the last one there was a little more optic that kind of showed up with his Xbox, and that was a little more prominent. But with the other setups, there hasn't really been a theme. So this has a theme. He's got like a corkboard, whiteboard, things like that. So I like that he puts more to it than just the setup because I realize this whole episode we've only been talking about the setup in terms of the desk, not really the room as a whole.
Right.
So this is the first setup that I actually realized
exactly. It's sort of
there's more.
struck a lightning bolt, hasn't it? We can actually see that he's taking productivity to a different level with the whiteboard. So say if he gets a good idea for a YouTube video, obviously you can see he's got Ace of Park HD PVR there. Say if he gets an awesome idea for a video, he can jot that down on his whiteboard.
Yeah.
Simple idea, simple, clean. If you guys are wanting to be productive and you constantly need ideas, something I could really take something from the setup. I could do with a whiteboard. Sort of inspired me to get a whiteboard. I think that'll be absolutely awesome. Just if an idea pops in my head, the amount of times I forget stuff. You know what I mean, man?
Yeah.
I get a video idea and I'm like, I get home and I'm like, what was the idea?
Exactly.
Should have written it on my whiteboard, but
See,
I don't have one. So
you know what's cool?
very well done.
Have you seen the whiteboard paint? You just paint it on your wall and you could write on your wall.
Oh, no way. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just a coat. It's a clear coat that goes over your wall. So you paint a certain section
Right, yeah,
and you just write on it. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's I love it. But yeah, so I mean, other than that, I don't think there's much more to say about Tanner's setup. But this next one, I think you'll have a lot to say. This is my favorite so far of the show. This is submitted by Fletcher. Fletcher has been watching for a year now. He's been on the channel for a very long time. He's a good supporter.
I can tell he takes that setup really seriously.
Oh, he really, really does. And you can tell he watches the show, things like that. He's 21. He's a computer engineering college student with a passion for tech and designing and things like that. So overall, this setup is sexy. And that's the thing. He doesn't have the most space in the world, but he makes use of every inch, but he does it while keeping the setup clean. Like, what are your thoughts about this?
Well, I'm seeing, Matt. I'm seeing this desk being used a lot.
Seriously.
it's crop back up.
It's the same one.
But again, another point. This guy has got the same desk as a lot of you that have awful cable management, and he's absolutely nailed it.
Exactly.
So it can be done with the desk you have. So don't make excuses. Anyway, again, back to aesthetics of the room, like you mentioned in the last setup we just looked at. Up there, he's got what looks like a crossbow on the wall, man. Is that a crossbow?
I have no idea.
I assume it's some sort of weapon, and it looks
I think
pretty
it is
insane.
though. Yeah.
He's got his posters there. Again, this room wouldn't look half as good if he didn't have the posters. He didn't have that nice tray with all his games on. He didn't have the posters up there, obviously.
Personality, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, as I talked about at the start of the episode, you probably noticed my school down there, which I've just made quite a large investment into, and it's all about aesthetics, making it look nice, not just about having it plain and obviously having it simple is key, but you want it to look nice, like be aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
So onto his what he has in there. I'm clocking, Matt. I'm clocking a microwave.
Yep. Yep. And a mini fridge.
And a mini fridge.
Yeah.
This guy has got instant kudos from me.
That's a college student right there.
Yeah,
Everything he needs.
He's got his microwave. He's got his ready meals. He's good to go. So I'm assuming everything is being powered. Actually, no. I take that back. So he's got his 3 monitors there, which I have to mention while I'm talking about them. Look insane.
And they look really high up, though.
They do. They maybe he's a tall guy.
I hope so. Otherwise, that's weird.
But yeah, they look absolutely insane. I'm digging the VESA mounts that you've got attached to the back of them onto that monitor arm. That looks absolutely awesome, dude. Kudos for that. Computer again, Windows side panel, absolutely killing it. He's got his computer turned to the side to hide a lot of his cables. That's another tip. Turn your computer to the side. It covers more of a wall, so you can hide cables behind that thing.
Boom.
And then have them up going up a tube or maybe some cable trunking up the side of your wall. So yeah, if you guys have got cables to hide, turn your computer to the side. Be creative with it. That's what setup's all about. Obviously, other side, he's got his he likes his gaming, so he's got his PS3 cables going up the wall to his TV. Now this would be me being picky. He's put all his cables together, but it'd be awesome if you could put a little channel in that wall. Or a bit of cable trunking and painted the same colour as the wall, and get that little strip of cables going up to the TV in the wall or in some trunking, just to hide that black line. And I think you'll find that will make it look that much better.
Yeah.
He's got his nail in his wall for his headphones. I'm liking that. His headphones are nice and suspended up there next to the poster. He's got a tablet and a laptop, which are strategically placed on his desk. Can't speak again.
Having trouble with words.
So yeah, he's obviously very productive. He's got a lot of equipment. He's got a laptop. He's got a tablet. He's got his 3 displays, mouse and keyboard, PS3, a TV there, and yet his desk isn't cluttered. I'm seeing setups today with just a computer and 2 screens, and there's cables everywhere. This guy's got everything, and there's no cables.
Yeah.
It's just
it blows
wow.
your mind. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it does. It really does.
It's crazy. And quickly before I forget, someone said in the chat that the desk is the Walker Edison Sereno 3-piece corner desk. So that's the desk that everybody's rocking, including
right. Okay. People
including
really
Fletcher.
seem to be liking that desk, don't they?
Yeah.
To be fair, I do quite like it.
Well, I mean, I like it if it's done right, like Fletcher did. I mean, oh God, this room is insane. I get it. He's a college student. He literally has everything: a printer, mini fridge, microwave, TV, triple monitors, laptop, everything he needs, including shelves that show everything off. He has his personality in the posters. He has everything, and it's super clean, well organized, and done right. This is the perfect setup.
100% agree. 100% agree. And he's even got the step further. He's even gone a step. He's got his amazing setup, and even to make it look that little bit more aesthetically pleasing, he's got his 3 monitors there, and he's gone for a triple wallpaper display. So usually these displays, these wallpapers are sort of, I don't know, sort of 4K, 5K, and you can stretch them across your entire monitor, and it just looks insane. So if you've got 2 or 3 monitors, try it out and put one background image, get a massive background image, and put it along all 3 of your monitors. There's a little bit of software called Display Fusion. That's what you need to do it. So get this, it's free. So type it into Google, Display Fusion. And with that software, you can get any image, you need a large image so it doesn't obviously get pixelated. And you can span that image across 3 monitors. And trust me, guys, I've got one set up now, but I've got loads of windows open around my triple monitor display. But when your windows are minimized, it looks insane. Like if you've got 1 or 2 monitors, sorry, if you've got 2 or 3 monitors, it doesn't work with 1. If you've got 2 or 3 monitors, give it a go. Give it a go. Trust me. I just love how he's gone that extra mile to do that and just make it look that much more aesthetically pleasing when all his windows are minimized over there on his computer. I'm really digging this setup, dude. He's done an absolutely outstanding job. He's killed it.
Yeah. So
absolutely killed it.
Now let's wrap it up with the final setup submitted by Benji. And Benji, you know what? Let's play a little game because this is the last setup of the show. We might as well play a little game. How old do you think Benji is? Based off, what he's got going on, what other ages we heard today. If you had to put your power together in your mind, what number would you come up with?
I've got a number in my head, Matt. I've got a number in my head.
It's probably wrong, but you go for it.
Now saying that, I think I'm going to come across being really rude, and I'm not a rude person, but I'm going to say 14.
Nope. He is 13.
Oh, it's close. Okay.
Yeah. I thought I didn't know if you were gonna go like super old or super young, but
I thought you were going to say like 21, and I was just be like, oh my God, I've just called him a 13-year-old.
yeah, no, he's 13, and let's see, he's from California. He's been binge watching Pimp My Setup. That's a good idea. I like that.
Like it, not yet.
And he also said he paid for everything on his setup, which I don't know why people feel the need to say that. Like, if it's your setup, fine, we're good. Just, you paid for it.
That's your setup, man.
Yeah, there's always every episode there's a debate in the comments like oh my God, how do these little kids buy everything? Blah blah blah.
I mean, when we did when I answered a few questions to start with at the start of the show that people submit on Twitter, I saw one. Obviously, we didn't have time to answer because we wanted to get on with the show. But I saw a question crop up, and it sort of got my mind racing. And he said to me, how do you react to people that say that your parents have bought all your stuff? And quite frankly, I don't react at all. It doesn't affect me at all because I know the truth, and I know that I saved up with everything.
So what does it matter?
From the age of 13, I had a job and I saved up for everything. Obviously, if your parents are nice to buy you stuff for Christmas, you might get a monitor for Christmas. One of my monitors I got for Christmas. I'll put that out there. Great, cool. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your setup is your setup. Whatever. It doesn't matter who paid for it.
Yeah.
It's the setup.
Because guess what? At the end of the day, you're the one that's sitting in the chair in front of the setup.
You want to be proud of it.
Yeah, exactly. So who cares? But yeah, so speaking of that, Benji, that's fine. We get it. You paid for it. We don't doubt that in any way. But taking a look, this is the definition of theme. I mean, you could tell he likes Manchester United, and he did it. He just let it go through the whole setup. I honestly would like to see even more. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you started to do it, go even crazier. Put some other stuff in your setup. But this setup, wire management is almost perfect. I just don't understand like the way he did the wire coming out of the monitor. He did it in the most awkward possible way. Like
it's like the worst way you could do that.
Yeah, you really made it look that much worse than it had to. You could still you call it wire trunking, I call it wire mold. You could still do that. You could get that, but don't. Why are you doing it like that? I don't.
It's going vertically across the wall. What you need to do there, man? It would look so much better even if you didn't have any trunking and you did it right now. Cables go straight down from under the ASUS sign from the monitor to the desk, and then across behind the desk down to the PC. And then you've probably eliminated what looks to be like half a meter of cable there that's showing on the wall, to about 10 or 15 centimeters. It just goes down to the desk. And then at a later date, you can get some trunking if you want. But that's step one. Get it going straight down to the desk and across the desk. Now, I appreciate you may not have, the cables may not be long enough. That's why you might be doing that. So for now, until you can buy some longer cables, I mean, cables are dirt cheap nowadays. You can buy some longer cables.
Yep.
But for now, put that computer underneath the desk. It looks like quite a thin computer, but I'm loving the windowed side panel. I'm not saying turn it that way. I'm saying keep it that way because obviously I like that you've got it that way so you can see the internals of your computer. You may have built it yourself and you're quite proud of it. So keep it that way, but put it under the desk. You know what I mean? If the cables aren't long enough.
Exactly.
But as you mentioned, Manchester United and aesthetics of the room. He's got a football up on the wall there. He has got a football mug. It looks like he's got various trophies. I'm assuming he's in maybe a football team, his local football team, and he's won a few medals. They're always good to display. They keep you motivated and keep you going strong. Or you've always got something to look at and think, I won those medals. Let's carry on, see if we can get to the next stage. So obviously, massive fan of Manchester United. There he's got his posters. Symmetrical as well. He's got a poster right above his monitor, bang, central in the middle, symmetrical poster.
You know what the problem is though? I think they need to be framed because they're like rippled and you see the glare. If they were framed, it would look so nice. You
can pick up a frame now for, again, the tips that me and Matt have given you guys in this video. They've all been things that are fairly cheap and easy to accomplish. So we're not going to say to you guys, go out and buy a triple monitor display and a new computer because it's not going to help anyone, is it? We want to give you guys things that you guys could easily save up for. So you guys can get some picture frames from. I keep mentioning eBay, but eBay's great, man.
Seriously,
it is. You can get things dirt cheap on that website. Like, I'm not talking secondhand things. Like, you can get new things. You can get a picture frame for £5.
Yeah, really.
Just do it. It would make it look like so much more professional, clean.
And even frame the jersey too. You could do that.
Oh man, that would look dapper. That would look
Yeah,
professional as that.
for sure.
I mean, I'm happy that he's got it up on the wall, but if it was framed as well,
It would
wow.
it would look even more
Yeah,
important
it
than it
would.
does now.
Definitely, definitely.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on all the wireless peripherals that he has? Because a lot of people don't really like it. They don't like that, the keyboard's wireless. They don't like the mouse wireless. It looks empty. It doesn't even look like everything's connected. But I mean, I think that comes down to personal preference. But do you think it looks good, or what do you think? Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, wait. Okay. Say something again. Hold on. Your audio just cut out. My audio still works for some reason. You cut off middle of your sentence. Of course, you were on a whole spree, and then all of a sudden it just. Hold on, let me see here. I'm just gonna. Of course, because it's my audio's working fine. Hold on. Oh God. All right, let's see. Yeah. It's funny because my audio still works. I don't know why yours just decided to not work. Yeah, I don't think it likes you. That's the problem. Yeah, you're changing people's lives, and then it just decided to stop. All right, hold on. I'm gonna try one more thing here. I knew this was too good to be true. I'm like, oh, everything's going flawless. Okay, never mind. Nope, not happening. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Save settings, and of course the chat. Everyone's just like, everyone's like flipping out now. Like it's the end of the world. Like, okay, I see it. Oh God, I don't even know what that means. All right, let's see. I should be able to add this. Say something again. Damn it! It's my Wirecast. It's all messed up. Oh, I love how the I love how the whole chat actually blows up. Like all these people that haven't been talking the whole time, they just start talking, and I like that. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Yeah, guys, I could still hear him. I mean, that's how I'm having a conversation with them right now. I think what I could do is I'd have to restart my Wirecast, okay, that's probably the only option. So I'm gonna do that. I'll still be on the call with you, but guys, the stream will restart on audio. Say something.
Hello.
Of course, now it works. Great.
Yeah, there we go.
So what's gonna happen is it's gonna take a second to catch up, and then once it does, they're probably gonna say we're out of sync, but if they refresh the page, we'll be in sync. So plus the recorded version will be fine anyway. That's why
are we back on?
Technically we are just waiting for it to catch up.
Hold up. Damn. Wirecast. God, Wirecast. What are you doing with your life?
Seriously,
Wirecast?
come on, Wirecast.
It's not like we wanted to live stream anyway.
Yeah, we didn't really want to do this anyway. Okay, guys, Here, this is the true test. If we're live now and everything's good, then type 478. See, because no one's gonna just type that, So if people write 478, then it's good.
Right, yeah, 478. You heard it in my voice as well.
yeah. So there you go. All right. See, people are saying it works, but I want to see what. There's already 366 thumbs up.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's that's really something.
Oh, there we go.
478. There we go. Good.
So, all right, yeah. I just wanted to make sure before we kept going. And I love the people that type random numbers in the chat.
Just to let you know, I went on a massive rant about the setup, and then we realized that no one could.
Well, it's weird because I'm like, I saw my audio was still going, and then I did a double take. I'm like, wait, that's okay. You don't have audio.
The same video out of sync.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one thing. Like I said before we went live, if it's out of sync, you refresh, it will catch up. If not, don't worry. The edited version will be fine. But seriously, if you refresh, it should be good. All right. So let's go back into that setup.
Yeah. So we cut out for a bit then. So
you were saying how to hide the wireless peripherals.
Yeah, so I don't know what bit they heard to, but I'll just sort of repeat myself. I did a video over on my technology channel. You can type in MBGTHD or go over to my main channel and you can see my technology channel in the other channels. But I did a video on there about if you've got like a wired mouse or keyboard. Like I've got the Naos 700 and the Naos 7000 mouse and the Razer keyboard here. Both of them wired peripherals. I've got a solid wood desk, so what I did was I drilled a hole straight through. I did a full tutorial on my technology channel, but I drilled a hole through the desk just big enough to fit 2 USB cables through, and then plunked the cables through there, and now it looks like I've got a wireless mouse and keyboard. Like honestly, you can't see any wires trailing off behind the monitors or wherever, and that's one way to sort of hide like a wireless mouse and keyboard's cables. But obviously, other than that, you can go fully wireless, which I'm totally down and cool with. But it depends what you're doing on your computer. Like in this setup, for instance, it looks like he's got a nice computer. He could potentially be doing some gaming here. I can't see any games discs, or he might have Steam installed on there. I can't really see on his application list. I think I can see Steam. I think I can see a cheeky bit of Steam there. So maybe he's playing a few games. Maybe he's not an avid gamer. Maybe he's just like a casual gamer and he's not really bothered. But if he's hardcore gaming, if you are hardcore gaming, then I'd really recommend investing in a wired keyboard and mouse. God, I can't speak today. Just to get that response time that little bit better, because it gives you a massive advantage. But if you're just web browsing and you like to watch videos online, YouTube, you enjoy the live streams here that me and Matt are doing, then there's no need to go out and buy a wired keyboard and mouse. But if you're doing something that needs a responsive work, then obviously I would recommend it. I'm assuming you would think the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a good setup. I don't mind wireless. My mouse is wireless. It's the MX Revolution or whatever from Logitech. So I like it.
If you really need a wireless mouse, you get the Logitech Performance MX.
Yeah.
That is the go-to wireless mouse.
Exactly. Yeah. This thing's amazing. I love it.
It really is.
But yeah, so with that said, this is the part of the show where we hurt people's feelings because we give them their scores and we talk about who won, because every episode, the top 2 highest scoring setups win, quote unquote, for that episode. So here we go. First setup was submitted by Charlie. Charlie got a 54. Shane got a 63. Ian got a 40. Ian got a 29. Jason got a 56.
56, yeah.
Yeah. Tanner got a 70.
70 on Tanner, yeah.
Fletcher got an 85, and Benji got a 75, which means winner would be Fletcher with Benji right behind him. So bada bing, bada boom. That is it. So insane.
Oh no, great. Damn, son.
That's what you were doing the whole time. You're trying to find the sound effect.
Trying to get my soundboard up.
But with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Alex, thanks so much for coming on, man. I'm gonna have to get you back on again. But yeah, with that said, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the flippity flop. Boom. So there we go. I edit that later. Don't worry, for everyone saying it's out of sync, I am aware. When I end the stream and restart it in Wirecast, YouTube can't keep up for some reason, but the version that goes live later on is in sync. It's a weird thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
the edited version will be sound.
Yeah.
Literally, sound and video will be synced.
Yeah, and I get it. Don't worry, guys. If it doesn't work after a refresh, sometimes it does. It's all good. You're good. Don't worry. So I'm trying to think what we should do for an after show.
Yeah, what do you guys want us to do? We're all sat here chilling, all 268, 270, including me and Matt. So what can we do with this power that we have with us?
This is the problem. Like, people always leave when the show ends, not knowing that there's an after show, and I'm like, oh god, guys, we're staying on for an after show, and we lose like a chunk of the viewers, but it's okay. Let's see.
Someone's tweeted me a picture and said, "Who buys a skull?" And then they put, "Great banter."
Melvin was asking if I'm wearing makeup. No, actually, it's kind of hot in this room, so I'm like getting all Santa Clausy with the rosy cheeks and everything. So that's kind of what's happening. But
I'll open up my Twitter, guys, and Matt can do the same. And we can answer a few questions if that's what you guys are into. I know you guys like to sort of talk to us here live and get our feedback on your questions and things. So if you've got any questions, fire away to me or Matt. Our Twitters are in the description.
And right below us on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
You keep forgetting that.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Matt has done an insane job on the streams. I'm absolutely loving it. He's even got the date and everything. Absolute date. So yeah, send us some tweets, guys. I'm sure me and Matt would love to answer some of your guys' questions. Even if you got to ask any questions about your setups and things, chuck them over.
Yeah. Oh, see, I love this. I love this person's always been writing like parody like news stories about YouTubers, and he just sent me one. He wrote one about me. He said, in shocking investigation, we have discovered a sad fact about the YouTube star Matt Philly, host of Pimp My Setup. We discovered that Matt does in fact purchase his subscribers. He went from 15K to 18K in the matter of 8 days. It seemed to originate in the Middle Eastern countries where most bots are. And it's so funny because obviously he knows it's from Linus.
I hope he does.
Oh yeah, no, he does.
It's stupid if he doesn't.
Yeah, he wrote tons of like parody stories about different YouTubers. It's pretty funny. Let me see what other kind of news stories he has. That's great. Oh yeah, see he writes about PewDiePie, Justin Bieber.
Oh right, okay. So he's just having a bit of banter.
Yeah, that's great. That's hilarious. I love when people do fun stuff like that. I love when people do memes. I like when they just do like different memes of me or like something during the show with the co-host and they tweet it. That's the best. So someone should do that. They should definitely do that.
Yeah, I've got one with with the picture of me, and I look like a full on. I don't know what I look like. I just look like I've got special needs. And they've circled the skull and they said, "Who buys a skull?"
Oh, that's great. That's great. I love it.
It's all about aesthetics, guys. Come on, we've talked about this.
Oh, this is what you should do. You should look at the setup from Kieran Dunn, Cookie Dunn. He's an awesome dude. He actually has the highest scored setup currently on Pimp My Setup. It was an episode with me and Jay's 2 cents, and he got the highest scoring setup. I think he tweeted it.
I'm getting a lot of setups in right now. Oh, Cookie Dunn. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wowzers, the picture quality is a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like shit. He has a DSLR. I'm like, dude, take the picture with the DSLR. But yeah,
I'm like, he's even got nice monitors as well, nice studio monitors. They look.
Yeah, he's actually replacing them soon. He's gonna.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's up. I believe he's upgrading to I think the same size, but just 1440p, something like that. He might even go ultra wide. But yeah, it's insane. He actually one of his problems was he didn't have the wire mold or trunking, as you call it. And
right, yeah.
He got that now, and that really changes the whole setup. I mean, he had a 98 when he was on the show with Jay. Insane. It's crazy.
Really?
stuff.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really liking that. Yeah, that's very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very nice. I'm getting a lot of setups tweeted to me. Obviously, people are saying, "Do you like my setup?" And obviously, we can't really show the picture. I can't. I'm not the host, so I can't show you the pictures and sort of give feedback. But yeah, I like a lot of these setups you guys tweeting me. You're doing a good job.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Actually, the way Pimp My Setup is right now, we're booked until like episode 140 or something with the amount of setups. Really? Yeah. So what I'm doing is I have an announcement coming soon about how I'm actually going to get through the setups really fast. And when I do that, you'll be able to get on the show quicker and I will give tips and tricks and stuff like that. So get excited for that. because I know a lot of you guys don't want to wait. But you could also get the FastPass. That's how Fletcher and Benji got on the show today. They bought a FastPass and they got on quicker. So that's
right, okay.
Yeah.
One question here. He said, at Mosbar Gaming, how do I get onto Pimp My Setup? So do you want to explain the rules in case people have got some insane setups and they need to get them sent in?
Yeah, so you want to go to pimpmysetup.com/Q. That's where the submit is. It has some basic guidelines. I'll have a more in-depth video on how to actually take quality photos, but you need to make sure that you have good lighting. We could see underneath your desk, so we could see the wire management, things like that. We can see pretty far back, so we're not just seeing the desk, we're seeing the room. And you just want to make sure it's at a good angle. It's not too high up, it's not too low. Things like that. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Take a good photo. You have up to 3 that you can send to me and submit it there. Once it's approved, you'll get an email. If it's not approved, you'll get an email telling you why. So, boom.
Right, okay. There you go, guys. And Benjamin Davis has said, at Mars by Gaming, at Pimp My Setup. What made you both start YouTube? Keep up the good work. So, do you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've been watching YouTube since I was 11, and I just kind of started getting into the whole setup thing in the past like year or so. So I don't know. I just always watch people, and from there I just started to copy them. And then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do setups, and the way I'm doing it's pretty different now. No one really does what I do. So
no, that's a good thing. The thing is with YouTube, there's so many things that are
overdone.
So many people did the same things, and it just gets overpopulated and overcrowded. Which was one thing why a lot of people ask me, and only you guys will know, because I didn't really want to tell anyone because I didn't want to upset everyone. I know a lot of my audience are into gaming, and people have realized that I've changed my name from Mars Bar Gaming to Mars Bar, and the reason I did that was because I didn't want to limit myself with that name as to people saying your name is Mars Bar Gaming, why aren't you doing gaming stuff all the time? And the thing is, gaming on YouTube, there's so many people that do it. There's hours,
saturated,
there's such a saturated market to get into, and there's better people to watch. I'm going to be honest. There's better people to watch than me sat here playing a game. There's people that are funnier than me that can play games that are funnier than me. You've got Markiplier, you've got PewDiePie, you've got Syndicate, you've got all these massive YouTubers, right? Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people are like, Alex, we really want to see you do games. And trust me, I'm gonna live stream games. That's what I'm gonna do. When I get to the new house, I'm gonna live stream games, and then I'm gonna upload highlights to the YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that. But at the end of the day, like, my YouTube channel is more just to interact with my audience, give you guys tips, enjoying content. I just want the thing is when I edit a video together and upload it for you guys, what I want, an end goal, is for you guys to smile. I wanted to know that however long that video is, let's say it's 3 minutes, I want to know that that's been an enjoyable 3 minutes for you, and I want to know that that's do you know what I mean? Because I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no,
you've got X amount of time here. You know what I mean? You've got X amount of time here on this world, and it's slowly ticking down. And I find it absolutely awesome that someone would spend time like watching a live stream, like watching us two now, or I don't know, watching a video. And I just want people to enjoy the time. You know what I mean? Watching the videos, and I'll upload anything as long as I know people will enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's sort of my rule.
Boom.
With YouTube. Boom.
Boom. Let's see what else. Someone said, "Is Philip Hue the future of lighting?" No. If it gets cheaper, then yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Philips Hue running. I've got strips behind my TV. I've got 2 bloom lights. And again, I did a video over on MBGT, my tech channel. But the main thing is, it's like I've got 3 lights in total, right? 3 lights. Right, they're not really that bright. They look cool. Don't get me wrong. There's millions of colors. You can take a photo and then choose a color in that photo by it's a really cool piece of software. I can set my lights to come on when I'm outside of the house at a set time, or I can have it so it does it, like, say if you're on holiday, you can have it so they come on at night, but they come on at random times. So it's not just a set time. So it, like, the computer does it randomly, sort of thing. So the technology is definitely there, but the price is just. I wouldn't make the investment. Mine was bought for me as a gift, but I would never. I would never buy that out of my own money. I just wouldn't do it.
There's a lot of cool integrations, like if this and that, whatever. But it's way too much money right now. It's insane. And someone was asking, because I mainly use Mac right now. But yes, my build is in the works. I have a PC part picker list of what I'm going for. I'm about to contact tons of companies. And actually, that's something I should do now. I should tweet at some companies and have you guys spam them. Because I don't know. It's hard, especially someone my size saying, hey, I want to get this from you guys for my build. They're going to be like, no. And so
They're like, who do you think you are?
Yeah, like, oh, I'm sorry, you have how many subscribers? Oh, yeah, no thanks. So, yeah, I am looking to build. What's going to be awesome about this build is it's going to be my streaming, rendering, editing, all in one. That's what it's not really meant for gaming. I'll be able to game, but that's not what I'm going to do. And the best part about it is I'll be able to record Pimp My Setup in 1080p, but stream it in 720p. Which is something I can't do now. I just stream in 720 and record in 720. So
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so soon I want to up the quality. I want to get new cameras for the show. I really want to make it crazy. And a lot of people are still asking about the out of sync. Don't worry, guys. It will be fine in the edited version. The reason why it's out of sync right now is because I had to restart Wirecast. So don't worry.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just had a go on.
Oh no, go for it.
I was just gonna say I've just had someone ask me if they can have a close look at the skull. People seem to be quite interested. So I'll just back out a second and get it.
All right, guys, everyone, tweet at him right now and tell him.
Quite heavy, guys. It's quite heavy.
Tell him the skull looks terrible.
Ugh, here it is.
Wow.
I'll pull up my Skype so I can actually see what you guys.
That's super detailed.
So here it is. So you can see that this was all hand carved.
Wow.
On the front of the skull, you've obviously got the nose here, and on the back you can see through its eyes. So obviously one of its eyes was here, one of its eyes is there, and then you can see it's a 100% real skull. You can even feel the teeth. The teeth are real, and there's one that's shook. Yeah, that one there. That one shakes. It's like about to come out. You get what I mean? So it's literally just being held in by bone. And it's just absolutely incredible. So all that was hand carved and it's symmetrical. Again, symmetrical, as I said, symmetrical stuff is appealing to the eye. So yeah, it came all the way from Germany to England for me, which is
crazy.
Amazing. It's got the massive horns, which just feel just insane. And then that's it from the back.
Wow, that's gonna look sick.
Yeah, it does kind of look a little bit scary if I put it on my face. I'm like, oh. So yeah, there you go. That's a bit of a closer look at that, and I can't wait to see it on the wall. So imagine that like hung up above the three screens, just like chilling, looking down on me.
Awesome.
So there she is.
Man, I don't know what the. Yeah, some people are doing some edits of us. That's awesome. Cheeky.
Cheeky, but on my head it says Nando's.
Yeah. Wow, I don't think people really like the skull. Look at the comments on YouTube.
Oh, it's ugly. It's terrible. My eyes are so bad. It is. It's quite scary.
You know what I did? I told them to write in the comments it looks terrible. When you took out your headphones, I'm like write in the comments that the skull looks terrible, so he feels bad. they think it's cool. Don't worry.
I just totally got trolled, didn't I?
You really did. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, guys, just tell them. So I was happy you took out your headphones because now everybody, now you feel bad, right? Because you were like, oh.
I feel so much better now.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
You could have just left that and I would have gone away really depressed.
Yeah, like your next video, I'm not actually putting a skull up above my desk. Decided not to.
No. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna sell it.
Yeah.
I'm getting tweets. I'm not being funny, but that skull is really ugly.
That's great.
Oh,
Love it.
No.
That gave me Ebola. Oh my God, is that still a thing? Ebola. Totally forgot about that.
Oh dear.
A lot of people are asking about our opinion on Vessel. What are your thoughts?
Oh. No, don't get me started.
Is it good or bad?
No, it's bad. It's really bad. I saw So you can probably imagine all your favorite YouTubers are on there, but they're not, are they? Because they're only very, very big YouTubers. You've got Linus Tech Tips, you've got Syndicate, PewDiePie, massive YouTubers that are in the millions of subscribers. And I found out something today actually, and it didn't surprise me, but it shocked me. Do you get what I mean? I wasn't surprised when I saw it, but it was a post that a YouTuber put out, and I did a little bit of deeper research, and it turned out he didn't mention Vessel in his post onto Facebook, but I contacted him, and he said it was about Vessel, and he said that Vessel offered him, they offered him $150,000 to tell his audience that he was going to be moving to Vessel.
Holy shit.
And he said, along with that, he said, and the reason they do that is because they make it very appealing to start off with. You've probably heard everyone gets a free subscription for a year, blah 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 blah. Right, so they're going to get everyone hooked, and everyone's going to forget, right, that you have to pay for Vessel.
And then
right,
boom.
I've pretty much forgot that you have to pay for Vessel, and then exactly, boom. Again, we'll use the boom. As soon as that year's up, they're like, right, money, £5 a month, and because people are enjoying Vessel so much, they'll pay it.
Yeah,
they're going to do it.
Wow.
Because all their favorite YouTubers are on there, and they're paying these YouTubers, $150,000 was the quote that he gave me, the money that they were talking about.
Jesus Christ.
And I watched Linus Tech Tips' most recent video, and it was about their new server room. I watched that just before I came live on here.
Yeah.
And he said that Linus said I absolutely love Linus to bits. His content and his production value of his content is just on par, and I watch every single upload. But he said it got me thinking in his latest video. He said obviously everyone knows that Linus Tech Tips are on Vessel. And he said in his latest video, he said we really wanted to upgrade our servers. We've wanted to upgrade them for a long time, but we just didn't have the money.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking at the moment now Vessel have given that cheeky 150,000.
Well, think about it.
They've got the money.
Not only are they probably, from what you said, 150,000, they're paying them to do that, but then they have that referral code, which I'm sure they're earning X amount of dollars or whatever per referral. And that's why in Linus's video, he said he's doing an insane giveaway. If we get X amount of people using our code, I'll give away this, I'll give away that. And
I'm not paid for by Vessel pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm not bashing on anyone. If I was in Linus's shoes, hell freaking yeah, I would do that. I mean, the reason why I think it's okay is because it doesn't change a thing. You're getting the content on YouTube still. You're still going to get it. Everything's the same. The only difference is it's going to be released a week earlier, So
on Vessel. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Pretend we never told anyone, So let's say Linus never told anyone that he was making the content a week early. You wouldn't even know because it's the same thing.
Yeah, the thing is, if you don't like Vessel, you've got to ignore it, and then everything will be fine because
exactly it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it hurts my head when people when people go
really
crazy.
bash, don't they?
They don't understand that this is how they make a living. If they don't do that, because guess what, AdSense isn't going to pay for everything. No,
AdSense is absolutely dreadful. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Coming from doing this for a living now, it's my main job, YouTube.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone knows that I put ads on my videos because you have to skip them, or pretty much loads of people use ad block. Which, to be honest, it doesn't annoy me because
it makes sense. They're really annoying ads all over the place.
Exactly. So ad block, it helps. But yes, for people like Linus, I think. He mentioned when he unboxed his gold play button, he mentioned that they now have 8 members to the Linus Media Group,
which is
a lot of miles to feed. That's a lot of miles to feed.
So you can't blame him. I don't blame him. It makes sense. That's how he's going to pay for the bills, and it doesn't change a thing. So that on top of ad integration from companies and things that he's already doing, you can't complain. That's if you like his content, then don't complain. Simple as that.
I'm not going to bash him for it.
No.
It just really it annoys me really when I see when I see people on the Vessel video that they did. I think they removed it, to be fair. I tried to look for it the other day. I think they removed the Vessel video. But when I first viewed it, the dislike bar's sort of creeping in, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't dislike him, because the thing is, people take it for granted, don't they? They see these videos on YouTube. And they're getting entertained by watching them, aren't they? They're having a great time. They come specifically on YouTube to watch a content creator that they're subscribed to because they enjoy it. They don't do it for any other reason, right? But then when the content creator asks for a little bit of money to try and feed their family, grow the business, to make the videos even better, to entertain people even more, I just don't understand how people can complain about that. They're getting free content. They're not paying a penny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then yet they complain and leave dislike ratings.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like when you're watching a video on YouTube and stuff like that, stop acting like you're paying for that content, because you're not. You're just viewing it, So that's one thing I really hate. But and the other thing is, someone said I use ad block. Matt, get a real job. This isn't my job. And it's actually it's a very real job, YouTube. A lot of people are doing it. So a lot of people that say it's not a job are the people that are jealous that they can't do that themselves. But what I really hate is people that say, hey, I have a Patreon or something like that. They get ripped into shreds. And I'm not really one that's like, oh, let me do a Patreon kind of thing. Because I think Patreon's a little sketchy. But it's like, oh my God, you rip the people apart. You don't have to support them. Like, you're still going to get the content. But if you want to support them, you can give them your money. You don't have to, though. Like, it just blows my mind.
Have you heard of David DeFranco?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He had a big YouTube channel before he opened his Patreon campaign. He opened that campaign, and I feel sorry for him. Yeah. He's just been absolutely teared to pieces. He hardly has a YouTube channel anymore. I don't know how he's supporting himself doing what he's doing. I really do feel for him. But as I say, is it Chris Perillo?
Chris Perillo, yep.
Yeah, he opened one, and now
he's doing really good with it, though. Chris Perillo.
Is he?
He's making like $6,000 a month.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's just off Patreon.
Yeah, mm-hmm. and he's doing it. He's doing it right though, because he's doing it so you're still getting the same content, but he's offering good
extra
add-ons.
Stuff.
Yeah, so it's like you can watch him record all his videos live if you pay $2 a month. How can you say no to that? I mean, if you really enjoy that person that much, you're going to be willing to pay $2 for a side that you haven't seen before. Because before that, he wasn't doing live versions of his video.
Yeah.
So it was a bonus. I mean, it's a bonus. That's why you pay for it. You don't have to, though. It's insane.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like someone says, say if I made a video and I was like, I'm opening a Patreon campaign, you're going to get this, and this if you give me this, and this.
Yeah.
There's people that are absolutely happy with the content that I produce on YouTube, and that will stay the same. I'm not saying I'm going to open a Patreon campaign, because I'm not. I don't need to. But just using myself as an example. So the people that don't pay, everything's going to stay exactly the same as it was. Just forget about the video. Don't leave a dislike and start saying, "Oh, die of cancer" or whatever some stupid people, horrible people say. And then you've got the people that think, oh, I would actually enjoy the perks that Alex is offering. I get to see him record his videos live or whatever they may be, extra content.
Yeah.
I want to pay for that, and I feel like I want to see that. You don't go. Yeah, exactly. You don't go into the shops and say, oh, I want this chocolate bar. You're not going to get it for free, are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's got to make money somehow. Nothing good in life is free.
They just don't like that they were getting your content already, and now they have to pay to get more. It's like what don't you understand? The fact that just
the content's not going to change, is it? Exactly. Yeah. The YouTube stuff's not going to change.
Guess what? Little do you know that when you watch TV, you're paying to watch TV, whether it's through watching the ads, the commercials, or it's for paying your TV provider to get TV. Like the money goes around. It just blows my mind that people they hurt my head. They really do.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Oh, there's probably people in the chat that are like, oh no, I hate Patreon. But no, seriously, we're not like well, we're kind of having a dig, but it's just like there's no point in saying, oh, I hate Patreon, because there's you know what I mean? There's nothing to hate about it. It's just you get extra stuff, but you pay for it. And if you don't want to pay for it, everything stays exactly the same. Yeah,
it's just people are not. They don't understand. And people are saying they're asking if we would sign with Vessel. Honestly, if the opportunity came, I probably would, because what's the big deal? If I'm going to get extra money for what I'm already doing, why would I say no? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I mean, not that I'm a sellout. It's just I don't really think that even is a sellout option. That's just another content platform.
Exactly.
It's not. I don't know.
To be fair, I would definitely, from what YouTube's put me, I don't know if you heard what happened to me when the channel getting terminated and things like that.
No, I haven't.
But what happened just the start of this year, I was like, I put a video out, and I was like, 2015 is going to be the year for me. I want to try and get 100,000 subscribers. I'm going to work really hard at my YouTube thing and just see how far I can get, because I really want to kill it in 2015. 20 days later, I sign on to YouTube and it says your account's been terminated, and I'm like, wow. I just wanted to cry. And then I messaged YouTube and they were like, no, you can't. We can't give your account back. You've you've violated terms and conditions. They didn't even tell me what I violated. A month later, exactly a month later, I get a message back saying, we've put your account back online because we believe that it wasn't in violation of terms of service. And now my account's back online. I've got no strikes at all. And everything is fine. So YouTube massively fucked me over for a month. I had no income for a month.
Oh
I
my
couldn't make
God.
content. I couldn't make videos. So if Vessel came to me and they were like, "Look, we'll give you £150,000 if you put some content on Vessel a little bit earlier than YouTube," I'd be like, number one, yes, because I'd be like, yes, because what I could buy for my setup, I could have like insane multicam setups, like to do videos with. It would just be incredible the amount of content I could create and the money I could spend on to make the videos better.
Yeah.
But that's another thing as well. If YouTube want to be a dick again and go terminating me, I've got Vessel to create videos on, and I've got everyone over on Vessel. Yes, I know that you get a year free, but you know what I mean. Like you've got to pay for it. But it's sort of a backup, isn't it? And you can tell people if my account got terminated, I could tell people what's going on and what I'm doing. Put a video out on there.
That's the other thing that's kind of scary, that a lot of people don't understand, and it's scary because people aren't willing to go to new platforms like viewers. Because they think that we're being sellouts, so on and so forth. But little do they know that, like you said, if miraculously one day YouTube disappeared, we would all be shit out of luck. You wouldn't know where to find me if you weren't following me on another social network. You know, it would be the end. You know, so someone that's subscribed to Alex, but they don't follow him on Twitter or anything like that, guess what? If all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we remove YouTube from the internet, they're not going to be able to find you.
Exactly.
So it's like, I don't see why people complain. Like, Jesus Christ.
I know. A content producer's got to do what a content producer's got to do at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And a viewer's got to do what a viewer's got to do. He gets free content on YouTube. If he's happy with that, cool. If he's not, then he can pay a little bit more, get content early. End of story. No one needs to be unhappy about this. No one needs to be, you know what I mean? It's just,
and if you go to work to get money, then, you know, if I was to say, yo, you really shouldn't go to work to get money, that's bullshit. That you should stop doing that, because you shouldn't be allowed to get money from working. It's the same as saying to Alex, you shouldn't sign up with Vessel to get money because they want your content. That's really, and does that make sense, saying you shouldn't go to work to make money? That makes no sense at all. So it's like, it literally shows how stupid you are for saying something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. And what was the other thing I was going to say? That's cool that FouseyTube said no to it, but I mean,
yeah, FouseyTube, yeah.
I mean, if he's making good money on YouTube and other, you know, revenue streams, then I would probably not do it either. But I don't see why you would say no to it. It's like, it just kind of makes sense.
Maybe he's just happy for me. Maybe that sort of, maybe he's not like sort of.
There could be more to it.
He's got everything that he needs, really. He's got everything that he needs with the content that he creates. He doesn't really need to be bothered by people offering him money for another. The thing is with the FouseyTube, he's got one YouTube channel and he does comedy videos, and that's it. And people, every single video, if people unsubscribe to him, they'll probably find it because every single one of his videos go viral because pranks are just hilarious and everyone loves them. Like every single person loves them, but not everyone loves a technology video, or not everyone loves a gaming video.
Yeah.
So therefore, these people need to branch out to other forms of social media to get views and to get people to see their content. So the more forms of social media, like Vessel, they have, is better.
Yeah, I agree. And someone was asking about what was that? Oh, Jay's 2 cents. He just he didn't quit his job. He resigned from his job and is doing YouTube full time, which I think is, well, okay. He's not doing it full time. He has other ways to make money, as he said. But I think that's awesome for someone like him that has a family to be able to support himself off that. And then that's the other thing. Like, there you go. He can do that full time, like someone else would make, you know, a full time salary at a day job. So I don't see why people hate on him. You know, it's like, I mean,
yeah,
it makes no sense, but whatever.
No, I mean, people are here to enjoy the content, and maybe I think that YouTubers shouldn't include their fans as deep into their personal lives as some of them do. Yeah. And maybe that would sort of resolve matters. But if I quite like to include my subscribers into my personal life. To be fair, I think that's what it's all about. I think it's interacting with your audience, telling them what you're up to. But then again, I tell them that, I go on holiday with my family, and my family like to go on holiday to nice places like Barbados and things like that.
Yeah.
Then I've got people tweeting me saying, "Oh, how the fuck do you afford a holiday to Barbados?" And I'm like,
God.
I'm just like, for God's sake, I just shouldn't have told anyone. I should have said I'm going on holiday. I shouldn't say I'm going where.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
that's the other thing I saw on the comments on your new house tour. They're like, how did you afford that all by yourself? Blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, you said you and your family are moving into that house. They still thought that you bought it yourself. And they're like, how the hell did you, pay for that yourself? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It's like I'm not gonna buy a house of that size. I'm 17 going on 18 years old.
Yeah,
My dad bought it. My dad's about to retire. He's like 45 years old he's going to retire at 50, and he wants a nice house, and he's saved up for it. And obviously I'm going to move with him because, well, what's my other option? To go out on the street and beg for money? Of course I'm going to live with him. You guys as kids live with your parents, so why can't I live with my dad?
Exactly. It's just insane the way people look at it. But I mean,
Yeah.
you put yourself on the internet, you expect things like that.
Of course.
Like for me, I could care less what people say, because I see stuff all the time and I'm like, oh, cool.
I'm used to it, man. I'm just like, oh wow, he's just so jealous. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like, great. Well, look at where I am and look where you are. I like where I am, so I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I'm a friggin' fat loser that has no life and blah blah. Like, sweet. Then I'm living pretty good for that kind of person.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
if someone's got the mentality to complain about your life, they're obviously looking deep into it and thinking about it, and
it's one of those things.
Definitely.
But yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else fun that we can do before we wrap up, because I don't know what kind of fun things we could do.
Yeah, guys, send us some tweets. What do you guys want to see before we sign off?
Yeah, dog.
Looking at a few of your guys' setups as well. Lewis Original, that is a nice setup, dude. Keep it coming. Nice LED strips. Oliver James. Who else we got here? Lewis Original again. We've got Banjay. Wow, that is very nice. I like the leather chair, man. Thanks for sending me the setups, guys. Really appreciate it. James Scandal. I watched another episode of Pimp My Setup, and in that episode they said get rid of fairy lights and Christmas lights. So I think you should get rid of the little blue LED like Christmas lights and get an LED strip. It'll look really cool. But the setup looks neat, bro. Good one. Last one, Joshua Cole. Like, nice panorama of the room, man. Setup looks sweet as. Cable management's on par. LEDs are looking good. Keep on rocking. There you go. There's a few setups done.
Boom. Let's see. What is this? Truffle shuffle.
Got to do.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm not gonna truffle shuffle. Twerk party. No thanks. I don't know, man. I don't really have any ideas.
Let's see. Let me just. I was just looking at a tweet someone sent me. Let's have a look. See what people are saying.
Matt,
one of you do a dance. No, I'm all right.
Oh, God. Matt, before you go, can you explain LEDs? Do they plug into the wall of your PC? Do they have their own power source? Also, do you change colors? You could plug it into your. You could actually plug it into your computer if you get USB versions, which is pretty cool that they make those. And you could also, what's pretty cool is get ones that plug into the wall through a power source like most people do. And boom, there you go. You could change all the colors, RGB versions. They're awesome. You get rope or you could get strips, and most of them have that adhesive on the back, so you mount it and boom, there you go. So
that strip down there, I don't know if it'll. No, it won't work. Oh, no, it will work because I've got the thing there. Let's see if you can see it turning off and on, and I can change the colour. Let's see if I can change it to like red, maybe. There you go, there's red. You've got like orange, blue. So you can change the colour, and you can make them do like, what's this? What can I do here? What does that do? There you go, you can make them flash. You can do loads of cool stuff with them. So yeah, just you can get them on Amazon or eBay or wherever you want to.
Boom.
Boom. There you go. There's your question answered.
So with that, I think that's a good spot to wrap it up. Crazy turnout, but I could see people are starting to get off. So with that, this uncut version will go up in a couple. I think it's like 30 minutes or so, something like that. That's when it finally like uploads, because it has to process now. And then after that, probably tomorrow morning, this edited version will be up. So Bam. And with that, now you guys can go over to his channel and watch all of his setup tours and add to the millions of views.
If there's any of you new here that don't know me, then you can see my Twitter on screen or in the description. Go over there, click on my bio, and then you can be taken to my YouTube channel. I've got my house tour on there, setup tour. I'm sure you guys, if you're watching this, you'd be well interested in a setup tour. So
do it up.
That'd be awesome if you could follow me and stuff. And I will share the love, Matt. And in my next video, I'll send some people across to the channel, get them watching the Pimp My Setup, and get them hooked on this amazing series. It's been an absolute pleasure being here.
Dude,
We've
thanks
had
for
over
coming on.
400
I really
people
appreciate
watching. That. No worries, man. I've really enjoyed it. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, so I'll definitely have you on soon. And yeah, guys, so thanks for watching. And let me find this button so I can turn this off awkwardly. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the flippity flap.